What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with another Trails related video. So, the day has finally come. Kai no Kiseki, as it was known in Japan, or as it's going to be called in English, The Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon, has finally been announced for a Western release, and it is coming earlier than anyone could have expected. Obviously, we know that as of the last kind of time that they talked about this, the plan has been for East Games to have a 6-month time frame between the Japanese release and the English release, and then they said they want to get the Trails games out no later than a year later from the Japanese release to the Western release. And I know a lot of people say, why can't they just do simultaneous releases? It unfortunately just would never work, but they are getting so much better about, the time frame with these things. Like, obviously it's never going to be a 1-to-1, NIS working with Falcom to get these games out, but the fact that we're getting this only a year later is still insane. So yeah, Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon, obviously it is the sequel to Trails Through Daybreak 2. It is the third game in the Calvert arc, and they just dropped an announcement today. We were kind of hoping that they would drop it yesterday, like maybe it would be in the Nintendo Direct or something, but this is just as fine that it even got announced here. Obviously, we were all waiting for it to see it come, and it is finally here. You can go to the store right now on NIS's online store and pre-order the limited edition, which obviously does come with some goodies. I like this clock over here. This is really nice. But yeah, so you obviously got like the steelbook and everything else. So very, very cool there. Okay, how do I back out of this? Trying to why is there no just like there's no just like back out of the picture thing? No. Okay. That's okay. We're just gonna leave it here then. Regardless, so yes, it is coming fall, as they have on their tweet here. Find out what lies beyond the edge of the horizon when Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon launches on Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, and PC fall 2025. Obviously, I imagine there is going to be a Switch 2 version as well, since we know the Switch 2 announcement is next week. And if all the rumors are true, it's looking like the Switch 2 is going to be a summer release. So there very well could be a Switch 2 version already in the works. Or what'll also likely happen if there isn't is, maybe early 2026, they'll drop a Switch 2 like updated version. Kind of like how they did the PS5 versions of Cold Steel 3 and 4. I believe it was last year. They might just do it later. But obviously, if you have a Switch 2 and you have the Switch version, you'll still be able to play it. So it won't really be a big deal there. So, yeah, other than that, I don't really have too much else to say. Oh, I guess we could talk about time framing. So, obviously, we have 4 Trails games that are coming out this year. One has already come out. Obviously, we had Trails Through Daybreak 2 back in, what was it, February? Right? Yeah, middle of February. We obviously know Trails in the Sky versus East, or East versus Trails in the Sky, is coming out this year. I don't really know the time frame of that, but I'm going to assume, probably around summertime somewhere. I don't know if it actually has a date yet or not. I haven't looked too much into it. Obviously, we have Trails in the Sky First Chapter Remake, which is going to most likely, since it's also releasing in Japan, it's most likely going to be on Falcom's timetable, so likely, as I mentioned before, the end of September. It should be the final week of September when that comes out. So, since this game is also aiming for fall 2025, I'm not going to play the trailer. If you want to watch it, you can go ahead and watch it. They're obviously not going to drop this and Trails in the Sky First Chapter in the exact same month, so obviously it's probably going to be October or November for this game. But the reason this is so important, and I'm really glad they were able to make this happen, a lot of people were afraid it was going to be early 2026, and why people were afraid of that is because the Falcom shareholder meeting in December always talks about the game for the upcoming year. And the game for this year was obviously Trails in the Sky First Chapter, so we got info last December about it there. So this year is going to be the sequel to Trails Beyond the Horizon, whatever it's going to be called, Trails Beyond the Horizon 2, whatever it's going to be called, will be announced in December. So it's going to be great that for the first time ever in the history of this series, that the fans in the West will be caught up. So when the spoilers and leaks for the sequel game start dropping, everyone can react to them together. No one is going to be spoiled. You know, obviously if this comes out like November, 20th, that's only going to give people a month to get caught up on the game before the shareholder meeting. But I feel like diehard fans can easily make this work in a month. I mean, me personally, when I played the Japanese release of this game for the first time, I beat it in, I think, like 12 days. But I also was playing like 8 to 10 hours a day when the game came out. So that's obviously not what most people are going to be doing every single day. But yeah, so that's the really exciting thing, is that there will no longer be this whole, I have to avoid, Twitter and YouTube because of spoilers for the next title. So when the final Calvar game does start getting its info, everyone who wants to have played this game will have played it by then, and everyone will just be... I don't know moving forward what the plan is going to be, because obviously there is still going to be this gap. So even when we start getting news for the sequel to Trails Beyond the Horizon, it is still going to be a case of like, the West isn't going to get this game until a year after the Japanese release, so that's going to suck a little bit. So after Trails Beyond the Horizon, there is going to be a massive... I wouldn't say massive, because we will still have Trails in the Sky, remake trilogy going on, so there will still be Trail stuff coming to the West, but the gap between Horizon 1 and 2, or like I said, whatever it's going to be called, is probably going to be pretty substantial in the West. Probably at least like 2, maybe... Well, no, if they want to do it, it'll probably be 2 years. Yeah, so realistically, it would be 2027. It would be fall 2027 when the sequel to this comes out. But let's just be excited for this right now, that this is happening. Everyone's going to get to experience this amazing game. Like I said, I played the Japanese release last September. Loved every minute of it. And of course, when the Western release comes out, just as, my Daybreak 2 playthrough is still uploading, I'll of course be doing a Trails Beyond the Horizon playthrough as well. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know if you're excited for the 3rd installment of the Calvard arc and the 13th installment of this long-running series. So, that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.